Hello, good people. Welcome to another video. Today I want to share a little bit of writing that I did with you. It started out as being about pragmatism, but connecting that with metaphysics and with moral action, and really about the general state of reality, how we fit in, what is our role as moral beings, and how it is that we should go about taking action and living in accordance with the good, and showing how that's connected with our ability to experience, have aesthetic experiences, and live on principle rather than from natural inclination as other animals do. Uh, so anyway, there's a little bit of philosophy of science in there too. There may be some concepts in here, especially with regard to Kant, that you're not familiar with, but I hope that nevertheless it'll seem coherent. And if there's anything that I need to flesh out for you so that the rest of it makes sense, let me know. Anyway, here it goes. It is requisite of any good general or universal theory that it not only account for everything else, metaphysically, but also, and most importantly, for its own existence, for the existence of theorizing itself and all, actual and hypothetical, in the conceptual realm. Pragmatism cannot stand as a general, all-encompassing worldview. In fact, since it is consequence-oriented, it ultimately reduces to relativism, because it leaves us to choose our own ends, necessarily, without regard for the unrelenting and uncompromising path that nature grants us. Pragmatism as a general theory is not accommodating of free will, although it would seem on the surface that it would be accommodating of only that. Because it logically must reduce to relativism, it logically cannot account for anything metaphysically, much less for free will to decide if pragmatism itself is reasonable or not. Pragmatic systems can exist efficiently within the context of a more general, universal structure. In my view, this structure is simply the acceptance that truth exists. But its ability to do so morally, that is to say, in congruence with a universal moral law of any sort, seems unclear to me. In a sense, the presence of original sin in man and his propensity for evil seem to be demonstrated clearly in that he cannot survive fully, materially, if his every action is taken on the basis of the categorical imperative as per Kant, which Kant admits, crucially, is an ideal. Because goodness in action in most cases is an ideal, we must be imperfect. The proximity of our actions and frequency of them to the good determines our quality of moral character. Judgment, in the biblical sense, perhaps, is the measurement of our actions in accordance to this ideal. Good action is to be founded on principle. All consequentialist approaches, including pragmatic ones, do not necessarily have moral worth at all, as Kant would say. That is to say that they are not subject to being judged as good or evil, for they are a different sort of thing, that nevertheless can still be accounted for metaphysically by a more universal principle. And any structure that allows for such a principle. The naturalist, like the pragmatist, must assume that survival is the central value of our existence. This is to give no status to us beyond being mere animals. We are not mere animals, however. This is by virtue of at least one ability, and that is to have aesthetic experiences, which is not fundamentally different at all from the art of cultivating character and moral wisdom, we could say. both are truth-oriented only, in that both art and action are produced from intentionality, and to participate in them requires presence, attention, and understanding beyond one's own selfish ends, or consequentialist ends, we could say. They are not pragmatic, consequentialist endeavors, but rather the purest examples of having a lack of such intentions.